Doesn't this pantry look joyful? Today we are adding another item to my pantry. Today we are going to pressure can sweet potatoes. So if you want to see how I'm doing it, keep watching this video. Hi everyone, it's Chris here at Gardening at the Simon Getty North. I am so happy to see you. Thank you for stopping by. And my name is Chris, if we haven't met before. I'm very happy to meet you. So yes, we are going to do sweet potatoes today. I've got a spot right here that needs filling, and I've got 15 pounds of sweet potatoes that I got from Costco, and you can actually hear them processing in the background. But I'm going to show you how I got to that point before they started processing. So let's go into the Simon Getty kitchen and check it out. I have 15 pounds of sweet potatoes. I have 10 pounds in this bowl. I have 5 pounds in this bowl. This equates to 1 bag of sweet potatoes at Costco, 5-pound bag. And these are 2 bags of sweet potatoes, 5 pounds each. So I got 15 pounds of sweet potatoes. I have 7 quart jars. That's all that will fit in my canner at one time. And I got the lids and the rings washed in hot soapy water. And I'll be following the instructions on the USDA Complete Guide to Home Canning. So, and that's the 2023 edition. I'll leave a link in the description box below. So if you were interested in purchasing it, I did get it from Amazon. So here's the instructions down here. All right, so this quantity was an average of 17.5 pounds and is needed per canner load of 7 quarts. So I think I'm good there. You want to choose small and medium sized potatoes. They should be mature and not too fibrous. Can within 1 to 2 months after harvest. So if you harvested these out of your garden, you should wait 1 to 2 months. And then the procedure, we wash the potatoes and boil or steam until partially soft, 15-20 minutes. Remove skins, cut medium potatoes if needed so that pieces are uniform in size. Caution, do not mash or puree. And that's very important. Do not mash these, do not puree these. You want these to go in the jars in chunks because it's too thick. They need to be in chunks. You can puree them when you're ready to use them, but don't puree them in your jar. And then we want to fill hot jars, leaving 1-inch headspace, and add a teaspoon of salt per quart to the jar if desired. Now that's optional. I'm not going to add any salt. I'm just adding hot water. Sweet potatoes, hot water, that's it. Cover with your choice of fresh boiling water or syrup. So you can do a heavy syrup, you can do a light syrup. We're just doing water because there's enough sugar and calories by themselves without adding a whole bunch of sugar. But if that's how you like them and how you like to can them, that's great. But this is how I'm doing it here at the Simon Getty North. So water, leaving 1-inch headspace, remove air bubbles and adjust headspace if needed. Wipe the rims of the jars with dampened clean paper towel, adjust lids and process. So to process hot jars, pints are 65 minutes and quarts are 90 minutes. So I'm going to do quarts. We'll do the first 7 and see. I'm going to do the 5 pounds first and then I'll do the 10 pounds because I want to see how many quarts I can get out of 1 bag of sweet potatoes at Costco. So that's kind of the thing. So the next step actually is we need to blanch these. I didn't blanch them with the skins on. I think that might have been more difficult. I've watched several YouTube videos. I've seen people raw pack these in the jar without blanching. I've seen them blanch them after. That's what I'm going to do. I've got them all cut up, tried to be uniform. It's not saying what size. I think like 1 inch to 2 inch max. Cubes, that's kind of what I tried. Some might be a little over an inch, under an inch, but I tried to make them at least an inch. So I've got hot water. Well, I'm hoping it's getting hot soon. And we're going to blanch the 5 pound of potatoes first, and then we're going to see how many jars it fills. And I also have some hot water to top off the jars. So here we go. I had to get rid of some of the water because it was going to overflow. So we're going to bring this up to a boil. And I'm only going to blanch these for 5 minutes because these are small cubes. But if you do them whole, like the instructions say, 15, 20 minutes. And that would make sense if they're whole. These are not whole. These are 1 to 2 inch cubes. So I think 5 minutes would be appropriate. So here we go. All right, it's coming to a boil. I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes. We'll be back in 5. Okay, they're done blanching. Shut the timer off. I'm not going to shut the heat off because I still have 10 more pounds to, so I'm going to pull those out. All right, the next 10 pounds going in. There we go. Put the lid on. Once it comes to a boil, I'll set the timer for 5 minutes. And while we're doing that, let's go fill up some jars. All right. Had to go get the sweet potatoes. Kind of need them. All right, let's just start putting these in. Oops, that ain't gonna work. There. You want to tap them down because then they can kind of get in their spot and you can fit more in. There, that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and add, like I said, you can, ow, that's hot. You can add a teaspoon of salt. I'm not adding salt. And we're just going to add the water to the 1 inch headspace. And you definitely want to debubble. Just be careful so you're not damaging your sweet potatoes. Try to get in the middle. There. All right, I have the other 10 pounds. Oops, I gotta clean the rim. Don't forget to clean your rim. Like I can even see there's sweet potato or something on there. And make sure it's clear of any debris because we want this to be a good seal. Finger tight. Doesn't that look yummy? All right, let's do another one. some water in there. One-inch headspace for product and liquid. Wipe the rim. Finger tight. Beautimous. Okay, I'm just gonna keep filling these jars and let you listen to some music, and I'll come back when we know how many jars a 1 5-pound bag created. All right, it looks like 3.5 jars for 5 pounds. So the other 10 pounds is just about done, and we'll go get those and continue on. Last jar, well, for this batch anyway, because I can only fit 7 quarts. I cannot wait. My new All-American canner is coming Monday. I got the yellow one. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Because doing one batch at a time is very time consuming, and I didn't want to buy it right away because I wanted to make sure that I was loved canning, because it was $499 for that canner. So, all right. Wipe the rim. All right, in the canner it goes, finger tight. Okay, all 7 of them are in the canner, and while this is going, I'm gonna do some pints next. So let's get this on. This arrow lines up with the little notch here, and then we're going to tighten the lid. Crank the heat up to high, and then we're gonna tighten this down. Okay, so what we do next is we wait for this to start a steady stream. So a steady stream, and then once we have a constant steady stream, it's taking all the air out of the canner, it's pressurizing it. So once we have a steady stream, 10 minutes on the timer to let this stream vent for 10 minutes. You need to do that, vent for 10 minutes. And then once you're venting for 10 minutes, then you'll put your weight on. My altitude, we use 10-pound weight. If you're in a higher altitude, please check to make sure you use the correct altitude when pressure canning. But for us, here in Michigan, it's 10 pounds. So we wait. We'll be back when And the processing is 90 minutes for quarts and 65 minutes for pints. So I think my next batch I'm going to do some pints. All right, back in a little bit. Okay, we've got our steady stream. I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. And we'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay, we have vented for 10 minutes. I'm going to shut the timer off. And for me in Michigan, I am putting my weight on at 10 pounds. Wherever you are, make sure that you check your elevation and what pounds you should be using. But in Michigan, it's 10. So now we are going to wait for this to do the little hula dance. And then, yeah. So once we start getting the hula dance going, then we will set the timer for 90 minutes. See you in a little bit. So here are the results of the sweet potatoes. Last night, I'm not going to lie, I was a little disappointed in the results, but actually after they've been washed up and everything, a lot of them are still, mostly in the water. So the ones that are a little bit above the water, they may get some discoloring. I did have some siphoning, so let's talk about this. I'm going to make it real. And after I pulled these out of the jars, like I said, I was a little bummed, but I texted Heather from the Needy Homesteader, and basically she said I probably didn't blanch them long enough. So I had blanched them for 5 minutes in the chunks, and I'm thinking they needed at least 8 to 10 minutes, probably 10 to be safe. So if you're going to do this the way I did it, I would blanch them at least 8 to 10 minutes. Because what happened was there was still air in the potatoes, and all the potatoes went to the top of the lid, which was pushing the liquid out when it was canning. So a couple of them did well. This pint here, it's still at the correct headspace, and this one is, and so is this one. I have this pint here that's, still has more than half. I had one that was a little bit lower than that. I put it in the refrigerator right away, so we're going to go ahead and eat that one right away, and I might just put that one in there too, and then just cook them both right away. But yeah, this is what they look like. I feel a little bit better after I washed them up and everything, and you can see, where the water is and how some of the potatoes are a little bit above the water, but not too bad. So we're just going to want to use these up, probably within 6 months or so, within a year for sure. And I'll try it again, and we'll try the blanching for longer and see if that helps, because I did so much canning this weekend. There was some things that did well, some things, they all did well, but, either I had some that didn't seal or, the siphoning. And then there's some that did perfect, once I figured out the temperature of my canner. So, hey, I hope you try canning sweet potatoes. But like I said, if you dice them up, just make sure that you at least do 8 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes would probably be safe. That's half of the time of what they wanted you to do for a whole sweet potato with the skins on. So I think that would probably be safe. So I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something from it. And share this video with someone who might be interested in canning sweet potatoes. I still got to label them up. They've been washed. I'm just kind of waiting for the lids to fully dry. And then I'm going to label them up. And then they're going on the pantry shelf right over here. So, yeah. Please smash that like button and share this video with anyone who might be interested in learning how to can sweet potatoes. Live, love, laugh, and garden. Hope to see you at the next video. Happy canning. God bless. Bye.